Welcome to the Rate Update with Dan Frio. I am Dan Frio. Today we're going to talk about reverse mortgages. Ooh, did the hair on the back of your neck just stand up? If it did, you're probably going to learn something on this video, and it's probably for the good. So don't go away. Check it out. Let's explain basically what a mortgage is first, so you get the understanding of what a reverse mortgage is. So a normal mortgage is called a forward mortgage. Basically, what you do is you put up your house as collateral. The bank gives you money, a lump sum usually, and then you pay it back in increments, okay? However, what is a reverse mortgage? Well, basically, you put the house up as collateral, and then the bank pays you. It's a reverse. Instead of you paying them, they pay you. So, what's the benefits of it? What's the caveats of it? What's the pros and cons? Well, first off, let's explain who would it benefit, okay? So let's go through the pros. If you're, especially in today's world, your investments are dropping, you lost a bunch of money in the market and so forth, and you're just struggling. But the good news is you have a house and it's pretty much paid off, okay? And there's a reason why I'm saying that. And you need to be 62 years or older. That's the biggest thing here. You need to be 62 years or older, and you have to have basically less than half of what your house is worth. Okay? If those two meet, then hey, let's continue further. Maybe this is a good choice for you. Okay, so you can set this up by doing multiple ways, but let me tell you how most people do it. They have a balance left on their house. So let's say the house is worth $350,000 and you have a $100,000 mortgage. And you're like, yeah, I mean, between that and the taxes and my medicine and my bills and food and everything else, I just can't do it anymore with, the $1,200 I get from Social Security. So what can I do? Well, you can do it this way. So what a reverse mortgage is, you pledge your house. Now you are not giving your house to the bank. Okay. You're not giving it to the bank. People will, I've even had attorneys on my radio show saying, they're 90 years old. Why would they do a reverse mortgage? Because they might live a year or two and then the house is gone. The bank owns it. No. All this is an FHA mortgage. Okay? That's it. Okay. But again, the caveat is you don't make payments, but you can make payments. Bet you didn't know that piece of it. So let's say it this way. You have a $300,000 house. You owe $100,000 on it. You're struggling. So you do a reverse mortgage. That reverse mortgage then does a mortgage on the property, pays off the house. Okay, now you owe $100,000 on your reverse mortgage. You now can not make any payments. Okay, so what's going to happen to the interest? It's going to accrue, just like a credit card payment. If you never made a credit card payment, the interest would keep adding up and up and up and up. So let's say you don't want that to add up. Well, each month when you get your statement, it's going to say you accrued $150 in interest this month. So you can elect to pay $150 a month if you want. Or let's say all of a sudden you get approved for some kind of disability, or your Social Security went way up, or your investments turned around and came back, and now you have a decent amount of cash flow. And it's freaking you out because your mortgage balance continues to grow. Well, you can make mortgage payments. So what you can do is say, hey, I want to pay this off in 30 years like any other mortgage. So you can do an amortization schedule for that. And there's calculators all over the web. And you can figure out how much would it take me to pay each month to pay it off in 30 years. Or another caveat here is the market continues to decline. Inflation is rising and the value of your dollar keeps depleting. And now you're running out of money each month. Well, you can actually take a monthly distribution from the reverse mortgage to supplement your income. So those are basically the basics and the pros to a reverse mortgage. Another pro is, let's say you took it out and you're 70 years old, okay? And you took it out and you lived, God bless you, till you're 90. So you were in the loan for 20 years. And let's say, for example, the housing market crashes. So now after those 20 years, you took out a $200,000 or $100,000 reverse mortgage. And now that thing is up to $400,000. Okay. So let's pretend it's worth, your balance now is $400,000, but you lived there for 20, 30 years without making a mortgage payment. Okay. And the market crashes. Now that house is worth $300,000. and you owe, I forget where I'm even going with this, 400,000 or 500,000, let's say, but you're underwater. That's my whole point. You are not liable, nor your family, nor your heirs for the differential. So basically, in that case, you can elect for the bank to take the house and you walk away. That only occurs when you're upside down, meaning you owe more money on the mortgage than the house is valued at. In today's world, we don't see much of that. Now, back in the early 2000s, we saw that happening. Okay, so those are basically the pros behind the equation. Okay, so now let's get to the cons. The biggest cons here, well, one is education, because most people have no idea what a reverse mortgage is. So they either get into it blindsided or they don't get into it when it really could have helped them. Okay, but the biggest cons that I see, and I'll be transparent here, the fees. The fees are nuts. Okay, so what we normally do is we can legally charge you an origination fee. Okay, that's how we make money. But in reverse mortgages, we also get paid by the lender. I'm a broker, as you guys know. So the lender will pay me a fee of a percentage of the loan amount. I'm happy with that fee. Okay, but legally, and most lenders will also charge you in the tune of maybe $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 as an origination fee. So I look at it this way. I'm not here to put elderly people or senior citizens, I'll reference them that way, in a worse position. I can't sleep at night if I'm charging you $10,000 fee and then making another $3,000 or $4,000 from the lender. I don't need it. I'm looking out for your best interest. It's truly what we do. Okay. So if you're in the process of a reverse mortgage right now, please, your kids, your in-laws, your relatives, your in-laws, your neighbors, friends, family, coworkers, anybody, please email me their loan estimate. Okay. Because I want to go through that with a fine-tooth comb and see how much you're really paying in origination fees. Can we wipe that out and maybe save you 10,000 bucks? Okay, so the biggest detriment that you have is the costs. Okay, it's a pretty simple program. You have to go through, you apply for the mortgage with us. Okay, then you have to do a counseling session with a HUD counselor. They're going to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, the good, the bad, the ugly, the horrible. So you know what you're getting into. But again, the biggest detriment here are the fees and the costs to get one. Now, why that's allowed, I don't know. But we, as a broker, the Frio team, we elect to waive in almost all cases the origination charge that we're allowed to take. We don't. Okay. So that's basically the basics of a reverse mortgage. So if you're in need, if you're 62 years or older, and you owe about half of what your house is worth as a mortgage or less, and you're interested, please reach out to us. Okay. So go to therateupdate.com, and then right over here, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to call us 844-775-5626, or you're going to schedule a meeting. I repeat, I do not want you applying online. Why? I want to make sure you know all the ins and outs, the pros and cons about a reverse mortgage. Again, the costs are the biggest detriment of that. Okay. But the questions that you need to ask us is, what's the rate? What's this? How about my heirs? All these other questions that I won't go over on this video because it'll just be too long. So if you're interested, you have parents, aunts, uncles, relatives that might be in need of this, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you and at least provide you all the facts, because facts is the key. Knowledge is the key. God bless, guys. I'll see you later.